Haley, early. Wow. Welcome to class. And then she leaves class. What the heck?
Hey, Mr. Tyler.
Oh, hey, Lisa. I'm sorry. I was eating some pistachios. I had to clean my hands off. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay. All right. Who's coming in the room now? Oh, welcome, Miss Giles. Welcome back.
Good morning.
Okay, so everybody needs to size your screens. Put a 5 minute clock up, but it's not for you guys. This is a head start. That's why I said come class early. Set your screens up. Lisa knows already. She's been doing it for a while. And Lisa, I sent you a message in SB. Uh, all of you guys got that message that were nominated first. I'm doing another
Okay, thank you.
nomination. Hmm?
I said, okay, thank you.
No
I'll read
problem.
it.
Cool. We'll talk about it later. What was I about to say? So I'm gonna put. I didn't put the clock up. Darn it. 4 minutes. I got distracted for a second. 4 minutes, and then we're gonna go through the norms. Size your screens. Right. On one screen, you want to have your ESB. I got pistachio shell in my lap. On one screen, you want to have your SB open. On another screen, you want to have basically your Google Doc, and it's a review. So, Lisa, it's a semi, because you'd like to correct me, it's a semi Easter egg because it's a problem from last week, directly from last week. So, real easy, real short and sweet. Um, so, yeah, let me do attendance. So I'm looking at the clock. I want to get who's here first for extra credit. Everybody knows I've been saying it for days. If you are in attendance early, which is the first 5 minutes of class, or the first 5 minutes before class, you get a certain amount of attendance points. which turn into participation points. We can't do attendance yet because we're managed by CPS. So, but I'm sorry.
I was over here freezing because my window was open.
You say you freezed?
I was freezing. My window was open.
Oh, did you shut it?
Cold.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I think the temperature's in the 40s today. I can't remember exactly what, but yeah. And it looks like it snowed a little bit. It's starting. It's on and off, but it's coming. That's the sad part. All right. So Lisa's present. Alande Allen is absent. Jacqueline Camacho, she's absent. They just called me about her. Mario is absent. Miss Childs is here. Chris Clark absent. I'm gonna follow up with him. Courtney Dixon absent. Garcia absent. Ramel Lee absent. Lockhart absent. Llewellyn absent. I gotta follow up with her too. I gotta write some of these names down. See, Aaliyah was present, but then she didn't come back. Okay, so I'm gonna put her present because she was here early. And then I don't know what happened. Angel Ocasio. Nope. So another one. Thigpen absent. Wallace absent. And Monet Worthy is absent. So I only have those people here. All right. Let me save it.
Mr. Tyler.
Yes. Who's that? Miss Childs?
Yes, I won't be in class tomorrow.
You want to be in class tomorrow? Why? What's wrong?
I got a funeral tomorrow.
Oh, you had a funeral. Okay. Can you take a picture of the obituary and send it to me at Edsby so I can use that to excuse you for attendance?
Okay.
Possibly. Okay. I
Okay.
just need some type of documentation. That's all.
Okay.
Um, but you should review the video that's posted so you can catch up in case there she is. Okay. What happened to you? You started early and you came early and just left again. Everything all right? Okay. I guess you're still fixing things. All right. I don't know. All right, so we're about to begin our norms. Let me mark Aaliyah present. I did already. Cool. At least she's gonna come back. All right. Did I miss anybody? Nope. All right. So it goes to roll call, sharing out to office. So let me make sure that's saved for you guys. We got 24 seconds or 20 seconds or so. We're gonna do our norms and get into today's agenda. So see here. I think Aaliyah, you've been sent a ESI message. Follow up with Mr. Rush for that application. Did you get that?
You said what?
Did you get the application? And I think Mr. Rush has contacted you or no?
No.
Okay.
I didn't get no message that I know of.
In ESB?
Let me see.
Yeah. Go to your messages. I just sent you one too. I think you're included in a bunch of students. All right. So let me come out of this. Next week we're going to be setting up our Bitmoji classroom. Right? And it's got to be unique because you're going to take your three best works. You're going to do a small video that pretty much discusses like what you did to get the answer to the question. So you just don't read your notes because each video is going to be about 2 minutes long. But explain real quickly how you solved it and go from there. Okay, so that's one thing. So give me a moment. Let me set that up for you. So be expecting to get you some type of Bitmoji going. Now, in ESB, we have an agenda, right? So how do we start off? Well, first and foremost, we go to our class, and today's class is physics. And Lisa's already jumping onto the. Okay, so let me hurry up and catch up to Miss Brown. All right, so this is again reminder. This is the actual picture that's going to be on Facebook. You click on it and everything. Lisa and a few other people have already started this. Make sure you share it to your page because the thing is we have 80 people following. Welcome to class, Jacqueline. We have 80 people following that page. From what I understand, this goes from $100 to $200. Lisa's already doing her job. It's a great lab assistant. All right, so let's keep going. I'm loving this because I'm looking at the chat and she's doing all sorts of things. She's helping y'all out with the notes for the do now that is here, right? So I just wanted to remind you the links are going to always be visible. I started leaving these links because people told me they need to see that. All right, no problem. So just bear that in mind. And this to get to your townhouse or GGI. I don't know why the link for the classroom is in the also the Google Slide. The link to the classroom. All right. So today's problem, if we go to the date, is the 27th. Everybody needs to get here in ESB because this is where we're going to do our assignment. Okay, so please click on that because you're gonna be like, I can't see your screen. It's like, can you zoom in and zoom out? I can't do all that. I need you to follow along with me. Go through these, steps. Because if I send you to an employer and a few students have been nominated and they tell you to do certain things, they're not gonna zoom in and zoom out. They're like, okay, this interview is concluded, next candidate, right? And I don't want you to end up that way. So I think you're possible. You guys are smart enough and intelligent enough to follow the process through. And what I mean by that is if you're logged in SB, you'll be able to read this first part. And put it in the chat for someone to read for see how much we're gonna read here. For at least 15 points. But it's better if you already got it on your screen. Because you guys relying on the chat. And the reason I put the chat in there, goodness gracious, Lisa, did you finish the problem?
Yeah, so I just got to do the second.
Lisa, all right, can you share and because see, this is practice for your final exam, Lisa, which is not a test, but I'm gonna need you to do this for a 2-minute recording, like I just said, and put it in your Bitmoji classroom. That's what I was trying to tell you. So, do you feel comfortable to explain it right now? What you just did?
I don't know how to explain it. But
Oh goodness! Now you're getting shy. Come on, girl. All right, can you explain why you thought that was the correct? I'll rephrase. Why did you think it was the correct technique to use? How about that? I want you to share your screen and talk it out. Okay.
Okay.
Turn this
I'll try.
Yeah, give it a try. This is practice for next week, everybody. So don't feel bad, Lisa. You're stepping up and being a leader. So give it a shot at that question I just asked you. Because I see a lot of what you calculated. It looks pretty good, though. Why did you choose your known and unknown values? I help you out with it. Just explain that. And how do you know it was the right equation to use? Those things. Don't make it hard.
Well, first of all, we did this problem last week. And when I go to Google Slides, I first do this, copy and paste it, and go to my Google Docs. Hold on.
She got the hang of the class.
Then do this to see if any works from last week gonna pop up, which is this that I went to go see how it was set up. Since it's the same problem but different numbers sometimes. See?
So the numbers were different. That was it, right?
Oops. Yeah.
All right. Now, can you explain how you knew what would change? That part.
Like the numbers?
Yes, the known and unknowns, Lisa. Because you showed us the notes. That was great. But how did you know which numbers would change? Let's see if you understand what you did.
Let me go back to today's problem.
Okay, there you go.
So this is the new numbers.
Lisa, I'm sorry, Lisa. Can you give us 150%, dear? It's hard to see.
Oh, my bad.
She said, my bad. There you go. Thank you, Lisa.
Welcome.
Lisa, one more thing. Click on that hide block. Get that out the way.
Oh, my bad.
All right, you good now. Go ahead.
So for today's problem, this changed. I mean, the numbers. This was the numbers for today's problem. So we pasted right here for the mass. And for the FM equals FL equals FC, which is molary and curly, equals 88.8, which is found right here for the newtons. And for part B, FM, which is mole, equals 88.8 newtons. FL equals FC equals negative 88. I think because
What is FC? I thought you started laughing.
oh man, lady.
You okay over
Uh,
there?
yeah,
Okay. So FC was the force of Curly, right?
yes.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain the rest, Mr. Tyler.
It's okay. Now you're doing good though. All right, so let's slow down. I'll explain the rest. You did awesome, actually.
Thank you.
I gotta build your courage up some more. So let's go scroll up a little bit more because everybody, you should be editing the way Lisa did. Lisa, can you do one
Okay.
more step? Can you go a little more? Can you do 200%?
Okay.
Because I think you did the superscripting too and the subscripting. Yes, she did. So everybody, I want you to pay attention to the notes the way she did it. This is what I'm saying. The same symbols, the same type of formatting has to be done. This is a scientific report, everybody. Okay. So I think, Lisa, you did impeccable because let me see your known values. You got the mass right. You did the newtons right. And then you went through and you see what she did, everybody? She changed the values. Now, the only thing I would say is your FM or FC and FL, they got to be the same format. You understand, Lisa?
Like, what do you mean?
So for instance, what we got? FM should be subscripted, just like your AX.
Oh,
So
okay.
FM, FL, and FC subscript them. Yeah, right. Some parts you got to subscript.
My
Right?
bad.
No, it's not. Stop saying your bag. You're doing good. Where you
I
get that
don't
from?
know how to stop.
Okay, you're doing great. So what I'm saying is
Okay.
you can stop sharing. You out of the hot seat. Thank you very much, Miss Brown. Great job.
Okay.
You know I'm gonna put you on the spot in next class. You know that, right? But finish that up,
Yes.
Lisa, and see if you can tackle the second one. You see the asynchronous problem in SB?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, so that's the gist, right? Let me start you guys off with what you should. Does anybody have anything they want to share that they got started on? Because again, this is a review problem from last week. Now the notes are in the chat. You usually got to take the notes over and edit them correctly. So I'm gonna try to do what Lisa did, right? I did this assignment with you guys last week, same day. So let me share so you can see. Present now, entire screen. And this is what you should do on quiz days. This is what you do for your final exam when you're making this Bitmoji classroom. So you can work on your phone, you can work on your laptop, but it's all saved to the cloud. And many people should know what the cloud is, right? So it's 1024. There's a couple things I didn't talk about, like today's objective. Let me share the screen. And I'm told I got to get better at announcing it. I put it on the screen. I forget to mention it. That's so sad. Y'all be looking at it and don't even notice it's something important. So I'm going to try to get better about that. So what are you learning today? That's why the objective is important, just like our norms. Come here and present. And like I said, this is the classroom that's inside of your SB classes. You might want to save the link. It will change. It's dynamic. I've made it more and more dynamic each day. Certain things change. So take, for instance, you click on me today, right? Sitting in the chair. And then you guys, I'm a lifetime member of the Honor Society for Physics Students at Chicago State University. So that's a lifetime change. It means I'm not going to be done being a physicist until I, expire, which I don't think is no time soon yet. All right, so you click on that link or that icon, and it takes you to the physics classroom. Let's see who can get some points, free points right now. Jacqueline, are you able to talk today or no? You can type in the chat if you're not able to speak yet. And Lisa, thank you for the title too of the document. No, oh, come on, Jacqueline. All right, but you're able to log in to SB and get everything started with the Google Doc or no? Because I was told I got to start spending some time with you during my prep. You are okay. So do know that I got a phone call from Mr. Rush, and there's a link that I'm gonna share with you on EDSB for SAT prep. I want you to start coming there and you bring your questions, and we're gonna try to get some of this stuff corrected. Okay? I don't know if you heard me, but so this is the Google slide deck. Oh, she did. Did we do the norms yet, or just speeding through class today? You know what, Lisa? I started talking about everything else. Thank you, Lisa. Goodness gracious. I don't even remember doing the norms. I was trying to get an assignment, Lisa. You're right. I appreciate that. Okay, so where are they at? Okay, so let's go through it slowly because I just got started. Man, time flies too. Well, we started at 10:10, so only about 17 minutes in. Let's get it out the way though. This does start the culture. Thank you, Lisa. So let's go down the list. Have everybody participate real quick. That would be Aaliyah first. Can you read one and two?
I can't see the screen.
What? Why not? I'm sharing the screen. Okay, so I'm coming back to you. Lisa, can you read the five basic norms, and then I'm gonna try to have Miss Childs read the other five.
Yes. No one has the right to hurt another person. Education and classroom are sacred. We will never behave in a way that would discredit ourselves, our school, or our family. At Excel Academy in Southwest, student is always a lady or gentleman. We take pride in Excel Academy Southwest.
Thank you, Lisa. Miss Childs, can you read the five academic norms on the screen?
We respect the opinions of others. We respect the culture of the classroom. We are attentive and,
Attentive, yeah.
and participants. We have high expectations of ourselves, our peers, our teachers. We are here to focus on preparing ourselves for post-secondary and vendors
Endeavors, Miss Childs.
endeavors.
Okay. So Lisa, thank you for asking that. Let's see, Aaliyah, are you working like now? Is your phone on again? Or I mean, is your connection
Yeah.
back? Okay, you're back. Can you see the screen? You say you couldn't see
Uh
it
huh.
when you left. Okay. Are you sick? Uh-oh.
I think so.
Oh no. You need to sit down and drink tea, get some rest. Just do your homework, your asynchronous work. But Aaliyah, can you tell us, because you're usually swift with this one, what are the three? If you're too sick to respond, I'll give it to somebody else. For 20 points, what are the three post secondary endeavors that you guys can explore after high
Military,
school?
college, and trade school.
You said military first? I barely heard you. Very good.
I said military, college, and trade school.
You got the points. You got the 15. Very good. Um, Leah's always very sharp on that one question. All right, Leah, if I may ask, just curious, and you can say I don't want to tell you, but which one are you thinking about investigating for your pathway?
Trade school. I'm going to get my CDLs.
CDL?
Uh huh.
You gonna drive a truck, girl?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not mad at you. All right. What was I about to say? Let me keep going. You still need this high school diploma though, Leah. So keep working that out. Um, Let me see here. That is a trade though. That is a trade. Makes good money. You got to focus though. Um, so norms are done. I got caught off guard by the intelligence of Miss Brown. Lisa, are you in the girls' school code thing too, or no?
Yes.
Dang, she dominating. Okay. All right. So take advantage of it. Like I said, I sent everybody who's nominated. It was, I think I didn't send it. It was Mr. Rush that sent out that mass message in Ensby. So if you see a message and it comes from not just Lisa, it's like a bunch of people in that room. Respond to it because there's an application in there that that you can use to try to get a paying job of $20 an hour if you prove yourself and you don't inquire no college debt. I really love that part about it because it makes it doesn't make it. It is actually like an apprenticeship program where you learn and earn. And I was in one of those programs when I was younger, when I was in high school. It was really cool. So same thing, trying to make sure you guys get the same opportunities as everyone else. Do take advantage of it because if your name's at the bottom of the list, it's hard to make sure they look at your application. So it's a Google form. Type it out, and while I'm talking about it, I should probably show you. So let me come here. So the nominations are, and I probably should share it every class so they'll know who they are. Please find. I'm trying to see if SB's gonna work right. Please find your your ESB link and then go in. There it is. And you got a few messages, but the one I want you to focus on is this one here, where the participants that were selected are Lisa Brown, Jalen Stuckey, Shonda Cherry, Sankara Laitu, Dajae Moore, Aaliyah Mims, and Mr. Taekwon Carson. Inside of that message, you guys have an application. All right, so it's a Google Doc. And I said in there, this is the application that everyone in this group chat needs to complete to begin, or yeah, to begin being processed for the internship. Please see if the link works, and try to begin filling it out. If you have questions or concerns about the application, please let me know. This needs to be completed ASAP, or as soon as possible. Try to make sure your names get in there as soon as possible. So I'll be talking to certain students. Like, I think I'm going to try to link up with Lisa later on today and get some of her application done. But others have this same procedure to do to even be considered.
What is that?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Give me a second. You didn't even know you was nominated, huh? That's so sad. All right, give me 1 second. So she says, "What is that?" This is this, Aaliyah. Use some class time to give you some opportunities while y'all work on that document. So I talked about this in Townhouse. I think they might show it again, Aaliyah, but you've been nominated and a few other students. Let me move this out the way. Are you seeing my screen, Aaliyah?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So this is important because you got an application to fill out. Now, you want to do CDL, but I think you can do this program as well. So let me zoom in for you. And basically, it is a program called Accelerated Software Engineering Apprenticeship Program. This is for the C4ITA, or Center for IT Talent Acceleration, not-for-profit. I linked up with these people over the summer, and through CPS and other initiatives, they're offering you this 1 to 2 years curriculum. They front load you with college level material to learn computer science. So Ali, I think I had you over the summer. That's why I nominated you with CS for All, right? Did you do Scratch over the summer, Leah?
Um, I don't remember.
That's so sad. But yes, you did. That's so sad. You was in our computer science class. You didn't even remember that.
I was.
Aaliyah, okay, I'm gonna keep moving. So earn while you learn is the process, Aaliyah. While studying, work 20 hours per week for the sponsoring employer. So what does that calculate to, right? So 20 hours you work a week and you're learning, you don't carry no dirt. So this apprenticeship is paid. I want to make sure that's known. But you don't have to work until you like crazy. It is to some degree virtual because you're learning computer science. So you'd be programming like you do in my first period class, like other students. But then it's paid after you make it to that second year. So first, you keep coming to classes and learn everything, become proficient. This is over the summer, I think. And then that next summer, you will have a job. If you do good at that job, years 3 and 4 will be full time. So it won't be 20 hours a week, right? You'll barely be up to like Mr. Tyler and making more than me. So I want you guys to take advantage of it. There are some requirements, right? I want you to read that section. The part that you got to fill out, I put into EDSB. And here's the program timelines, right? So we're in November, February, and then it's going to close. We got some interviews coming up in February, April, right? So if you want to know what to tell your parents, you see program timelines, right? If you want to participate this, we'll talk. For students, you fill out this part. The application is there as well. For employers, this is not for you. This is a different part for people that want to hire you type of guys. Lastly, here are some things you're going to learn. And this means to be determined. So you learn software testing and documentation, business analysis, so on and so forth, technical help desk, back-end development. And if you want this PDF, I can send it to you, but Mr. Rush and others have it. All right, so where are we at with time, though? Because I thought I gave you some time to work on this. I didn't yet, which means I didn't show you how to start the document off, right? So let's begin that. That was the answer to the question that was asked by Aaliyah. So Aaliyah, very important message in there for you. possible job opportunity. Take a look at it. All right, so make sure your screens are sized up like mine. Let me go into my Camelot teacher account. You should go to your account like Lisa did. And if I come here, our classes, this is what period we in? Second, right? Physics. I didn't see it on the screen. Like, where was it? Talked about all this, and we have today's assignment. Now, I'm just going to start it off, in case you don't know how, giving you a little time to finish up because it's 10:37. I still need a little time to work on the answers and see if you get it all. Because if everybody has the answers, I can hurry up and see if Lisa can help us out, or I can help you out with the second problem. And that's what you should have been using this time for while I'm talking to you about other updates and things in the class. All right, so what should you have by now? I'm just going to start you off with the basics. Make sure you log into your Gmail account, go to your docs. All right, now that you're in your documents, what you want to do next is click on blank. You can create a whole new document. Okay. So you let the document load, but there's a couple of things students are not doing. It shouldn't be untitled document when you send it. It's a -5 points. Here's why. Because I want you guys, when you have your quiz or your final exams or whatever, any class you're taking good notes, to be able to find it. Yes, to some degree, we might eventually come back to the building, but I'm not sure when. It depends on the government. But while we're here, you have to document really well because we're coming back into strange times. People are going to need, technology and computer science more than ever now. And that's what you guys are being trained for. So due now is what? The date. That's the 27th. I can't believe October flew by that fast. Of course, you put your header, right? These are things you probably saw in Lisa's document, so you actually have the same. And get caught off guard and be like, okay, show you your screen. I really ain't got nothing done. Well, I really don't have no points to give you. You understand, whenever you see a zero evaporate, it just didn't go nowhere. So participation point helps you get that 50%. And not just the 50%, you got to keep building the points up, because I think some student in math, I wrote down 75 points. So it's 50% on one day and then 25% on that next day. So if you did a little bit more, we got 2 days at 50%. That helps the average from 0 to 50. When you participate, and that's what those points go to. Some students be like, oh, I'm just leaving early. No, that's not what it is. They leave early because they participated. They work during class. So that's all I'm asking you to do. So share your screen. The policy is to try to keep your camera on. Some people have explained those difficulties, but in Q2, the rules are going to get even more strict. So just keep that in mind. It's not us, it's the state. So period, second, and this is physics, algebra. Okay, and then I'm going to blow this up some so you can see everything. We see I go back and get those questions. So what do we have? The reason I'm not really worried about the time factor too much, because Lisa pretty much showed every step you got to do, and she caught on. That's why I got thrown off about the norms. So she got it all done. So what is the title? I think she gave us that too, right? In the beginning. She said, yeah, I was just going to ask you how to start 2A. Thanks, Lisa, but I gotta go find the what is it? The title again. I'm copying from the chat what she's given here, and she's right. She's dead on. I'm just going through my routine, and she's like caught up to the routine. So if you take this type of dedication with you in every facet of life, you get to college, or you get to trade, or you get to the military, they don't really bother you, because it's like, okay, this person is a hard worker, Center the title. Let me grab the title from earlier. Lisa put it at 10:17 a.m. Everybody, you can grab that and just copy it from there, in case you don't know. But that title is also in EDSB. Make sure it's very visible so you can find it. She's getting participation points. She has enough to make some grades just turn to 100%. Okay, so let's keep going. We now need the questions, and did she give us that? Because I'm trying to put it in order. She put a whole lot in here for us. Did she give us the question? She gave us the notes. She gave us the okay. Oh, okay, all right. Not the questions yet. I'm not sure why you said sorry for my loss, Lisa. That was at 10:14. I don't remember. But like I didn't lose any track.
All right, that was for Miss Childs. She
Oh,
said the funeral.
okay, okay, okay. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. What am I doing? So the questions, right? We're gonna go to SB and grab that. So this is the one that Lisa was laughing about. Did somebody read this, Lisa? I don't think we did. I think you just kicked it off. Okay, let me grab this. I'm gonna put it in the chat for you guys. And now I'm trying to get a pulse on some people. Special read something is just for points. Did the whole thing come through? What came through? Oh, the second part didn't come through because there's a lot to say. So part B is not all the way there. How do I finish it off? The boat's acceleration, right? Let me grab that part then. That's the part that didn't come through the chat correctly. And blah. Okay, so Miss Childs, can you read from 1S to Mo? You there? Oh, she's not there. All right. Aaliyah, can you read it?
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead.
I had to go to my SB.
Are you gonna read from SB? Okay.
Okay. Mo Larry Curly Push on 777 kilogram
Oh,
boat
oh,
floats.
Aaliyah, start from hello.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hello and good day to all future physicists. Please remember that all asynchronous problems need to be completed and ready to present tomorrow in class. Asynchronous problems have to be completed as homework and will be checked tomorrow in class as well.
Okay.
Mo Larry Curly push on. A 777 kilogram boat floats next to a dock. They each exert an 88.8 Newton force parallel to the dock. What is the boat acceleration if they all push in the same direction? What's the boat acceleration if Larry and Curly push in the opposite direction from Mo? What's the force must be exaggerate I can't even
Exerted.
say
You
it.
got it. Go ahead.
Exerted on a 1,623 kilogram car to make it move with an acceleration of 4.48 meters per second. Uh,
Square.
how do you? Yeah, squared.
Keep going. You about to get 30 points. You read the whole darn thing almost. You got the rest?
Oh, okay. Hold on. Wait. Square. Please remember to get maximum credit all calculation slash steps for the final answers to the problems need to be uploaded in SBV to the same format that we have been using since the start of the quarter. This format is shown in the video. Type Google Doc converted to PDF. Stay safe out there, Zan.
Thank you, Miss Mims. Awesome job. That's 40 points. Okay, so what do you need so far when we ask for share outs? Right? The initial document. I haven't done the steps yet. And that was graciously provided by Miss Brown earlier. You know, she's one of the lab assistants. She understands what to do now. She's got the hang of the class. If you guys started with me and when you get close to ending with me, you pretty much know what to expect, huh? I don't change from class to class, huh, Lisa? What do you say? The material's different, but does the routine change?
Can you repeat that?
So does my routine change from physics to engineering?
I don't think so. Hold on, that question. I
The
don't know. It's
question,
just the
the
way.
questions change, right?
Yeah, yeah, it
Mm-hmm.
do. Just the
Okay.
number two.
Just the notes, yeah. That's something to change, right? Okay, so just saying, you guys just stay there and work hard at it. You get the hang of what to do. That's how engineering works, and that's how a lot of science works. Trial and error. You got to keep practicing it. So, what are the initial notes to this? Again, this is a review problem. We talked about it in great detail, and I want to put the notes in the proper perspective and let you take notes. But we also have a simulation to put in there because we got to take a snapshot picture. On your quizzes, you guys will have to, this coming quiz Friday, the last one before the final, you have to put snapshots of the simulations in there. So this quiz is going to be uniquely different. Every problem has to have at least a picture snapshot of what you're calculating. Okay? You guys are physicists, so if a person can't read, you got to be able to show them a graphical representation of what to do. It's not me torturing you. I'm just getting you ready for your Bitmoji classrooms and your presentations. One of your slides, I'm going to want you to talk about your quiz. If not, some work you did this week. All right? Most recent works, I should say. Now, we'll talk about that next week on how to set it up, and you'll have time to do it. You have 2 days to complete it. But let's do the notes. So Lisa gave us this so far, and she's absolutely correct. Newton's second law. All right. So let's take this part that she put in at 10:16 a.m. in the chat. If you've been following along. So this is how it looks when you copy it over. We're going to edit this up to clean it up. So I'm going to make sure it's about the font of, I don't know, 12, get it a little bigger. And I'm going to center it. Usually how we do our notes in the center. And then our steps are to the right-hand side, or left-hand side, I'm sorry. So I'm just going to space it out a little bit so you can see everything that's happening. Now, some things got to change. Like, for instance, that 2 at the end, that's supposed to be meters per second squared, right? Because that's acceleration. Wait a minute, she got 2 there. Sum of forces, mass times acceleration. Yeah, that's good. But the meters per second squared part is here. So it's a 2 that's here. It's not squared yet because it's just second 2. So you want to raise that to the power of 2. Just going through some initial things that you might have forget, or techniques you might have forgotten about. So let me zoom in some more because I want to explain this part of the notes. All right. Now that's in the chat. Make sure it's edited the same way. You'll have the video, so I got to move a little quickly because it's 11:10 we leave. We still got to do simulations. All right. I'll scroll back up once we get the simulations done because I want to make sure you know how to do that. And we practice that until the quiz comes this Friday. Okay, so these are the rest of the notes that Lisa's provided. I'm just going to make sure they're edited correctly, right? So that's what she had given us earlier afterwards. So let's edit it and make it, what it's supposed to be. This is a capital U. Move that over some. Move this over some because you want to, distinguish what's what. This AX is what I was talking to Lisa about. This is subscript. It's A subscript X. I'm really going through and just showing you the edits you won't see from the chat. And this is how I know if a student's been paying attention in class or if they're just in class just so they don't get hit with the attendance thing. The funny thing is, whether it's attendance or academics, you don't want to, strike on you at all. So don't try to play that game. Just try to, participate, do your work on time, and be in class. So you don't have to worry about the end. They're calling your parents, and now you got to figure out how to explain that, and everything is documented. So we got mass complete. We got all the subscripts completed. I think I got that taken care of. Yep. So far, so good. This is what you're supposed to have. And to get this 25 points here, this is the exit slip she gave us, right? How am I doing on time? I'm doing okay. Is worth 25 points. Again, this is a review. So all you gotta do for the first part is take great notes. You're copying and pasting it over. But make sure it's edited the same way as I've edited it. You have your header by now, the date, period, and what it's called when we come to share outs in a moment. Known and unknown values should be set up the same way. And you see there's a part A and a part B, right? Where is she gathering that from? If we come up here, you see that the question is also asking you for the boat's acceleration. So these are the notes for part B, she said. Let's take a look. So to find acceleration, what did she do? She said, all right, I want to find acceleration. So she took the equation and let's see if she did it. Yeah, she got the acceleration by itself. Pretty good. There's more, okay? So we just got to fix all these AXs, right? And these AYs. But overall, Lisa, great job. So let me edit this up for them.
Thank you.
Okay, but you see what you got to fix though, right? Because the chat, unless you had these notes already set up that way on your screen,
Yeah.
I couldn't see everything, but cool. I'm gonna drop this down and just cleaning this document up a little bit, you guys. Showing you how multiple times how to clean the document up. You can't just copy and paste. This is me making sure and training you to become scientists and engineers. So, especially computer scientists, because there's a lot of small details you got to take care of when you make your documents. All right, so far so good. I hope everybody understands what's going on here. This is the force of Larry. It's supposed to be FL, I think, right? The force of Larry, in case you don't understand that. And then we have the force of Curly, subscripted. So you literally see what you should do in class right now, every part that I'm doing. If you just copy it over, be a lot that you don't understand you got wrong. It's just if who's in the building, you get a red mark, and everybody knows the red mark is in my class. It's not a good thing, unless it's like it's your overall score and you did great. All right, so she did all this for us, but I don't think she put in the numbers yet, right? Let's see here. So we got 88.8. Right. This is what else we need. What else do we need in this section? So let's go through this slowly. We got. She says this is part B. I'm gonna space this out. And that's for acceleration. Part A was asking what? So what's the net force? Is that what it's asking? What is a boat's acceleration? They all push at the same time. And then what's acceleration if they push opposite? So I think what's happening here is this is part A, right? No, this is part B. She didn't do part A yet. Oh, she did. She started it off here. Okay, so we got to finish it up. So how do we find out the boat's acceleration in this first part? Well, this one is showing you everything equal to one side. This part is not. So what it's saying is this. Here's the strategy, is what you're looking for in part A. Is what Lisa did with the calculations to solve for acceleration. So I could just take the same calculations Lisa provided us. And the sum of forces is what's going to change in this calculation, by the way. So let's flesh this all the way out. So what does this summation of force mean down here? We're going to put some notes in there so you understand. So the summation of forces is simply what? Well, we got to look at what we're given. So this will be that AX. Right, take this down one. Right there. And then let me zoom in some because it's probably hard to see all of this. And do that and give it about 14. You see everything. Okay, so cool. Now, this sigma is the uppercase sigma, is a Greek letter for summation. Simply means mathematically you're taking F, was it FC, FM, FM, FL, all those forces, molary and Curly, right? And you're going to include them for that calculation. That was his next step. This has got a good and started, but I knew there's some stuff I probably had to fill in for you guys. Right, so that's happening there. That's our sigma F, right? So I was telling you, all that goes inside of that symbol, that big sigma F, this thing here. All right, so in close parentheses. Then you're going to divide that by what? Well, it's the mass, right? So just put M. Carrying on, we have to find it. And this is acceleration in part B, guys, for AX in terms of the boat going across the x-axis. But when we look at it, this is one person pushing against.
Tyler,
Yes.
I think I put it in the chat in the correct order.
Oh, you did? Let me see. Way to go. Okay, that's the first one. That's part A, Lisa, I think, because you got all of them adding. Yeah. I think you got it. Right. So we just need to see what crosses out, I think. I think you did it, though, Lisa. Is this a new calculation, Lisa, with the 80? Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, all right. You know what? Okay. All right. Yeah, yeah. I can see it. Did she put the second one? Oh, so that's part B. It's supposed to be negative. That's why I was confused for a second. So part A is supposed to be positive, so that's good. And then part B is in there. And everybody, don't worry about rushing. The video will be available later, and a chat transcript is going to be available. That's why I record. It records everything in the chat. It records all the videos. You guys just got to go back in there and do your due diligence and get the notes and edit it the same way in the video. You get maximum points. All right, so Lisa, I think you killed that. So why don't you just put it in your document? I'll check it. Everybody, you can put that in there and just check and see what she did. But let me explain real quickly. Hold on. The second part, Lisa, almost. I see something wrong there. So here's the glitch with that second part. Okay, so I want to take what Lisa did there. I don't want her losing momentum. That was really cool. The first part looks correct though, because all of it equals to the same 88.8 newtons. Let's grab this part that Lisa did though, and I'm gonna edit it up. She said, "Oh, okay." So this first part, yeah, it's correct. That's part A, right? Am I doing part A? Yeah, part A goes there. But in part B, when she does it, so this is the part B part I think she was doing. Notice it's FL plus FC, and then it's going to be minus. So what we got to look at, that minus FM for Mo, that's what she has here. FM is that. So subscript that. All right. And what she didn't put is, but let me put these notes here that she gave us, and I'm going to work on it with you guys. So let's come back up. The equation for this situation is she has it almost here, but all of them are pushing with the same amount of newtons. So it's going to be this equals this, right? Equals this. Well, you'll see what I mean when I add the equation in. So copy it, because this is a part B situation. The only person that's pushing somewhere else was Mo. It's going to be minus that. These two are going to plus. That's what Lisa was explaining there. That'll be equal to your net force. Okay. Let me subscript that. Called your net force. Okay. All right. So far, so good. All right. Now let me just bring this down some. This is a strategy. And again, you got strategy part A and part B. So I'm going to separate these two. There we go. And then we'll bring part A up here so you don't get confused. Now in a minute, we're going to share out because it is 11 o'clock. We only got 10 minutes of class left. We will do the simulations tomorrow, but do know you have to learn how to put them into your documents because we don't have enough time to do simulations. So this is a strategy for part A. Again, a review problem. You still have to finish it off. It's not completed. You have to put the values in. So I'm going to spend 5 minutes to do that. But if you don't have time to share out today because we're about to get ready for GTI, and if you're in the GTI type, I can give it to you. Did somebody put it in the chat? No. But if you don't have the GA type, I can give it to you. But here's the summary of what you should have. Maybe I should put it in the chat again in the correct order for you, because Lisa did a phenomenal job. Lisa, the part you should correct is this, I think, that last part here. So you just put a plus at this one here, every iteration. So that's plus instead of minus. They're not all minus.
Okay.
That's the only fix you need to do. Otherwise, you did phenomenal. Great job. Keep up the work. Girl who can code and do math. Now, what else does she need in here? We crossed out some things, right? So kilograms divided by kilograms, that goes away. These are things you didn't see from the chat that you need to be aware of. So I'm going to cross these out. Kilograms divided by kilograms gone, right? That's how she got to her next step, because they cross out. And don't forget, these are meters per second squared, not S2. Does it make sense when it looks wrong? So that's got to change, and that's got to change. All right. Let's carry on. What else do we have? Now these kilograms, meters per second squared, is because that's what a Newton is. Mass times acceleration is going to collide with these kilograms here, and then it cancels, and then you end up with just having, this is actually a multiplication process here, because that's a dimension attached to it. But you can space it out, leave it there. You get this final answer. So I'll just fix these two values, this 2 here. and there's 2 here. Now I'm gonna put the proper order in the chat. Again, you'll be able to review it later in Edsby. Just log into Edsby and it's like a file that says the classroom name, chat transcripts is what the file say, and it's a text file. So you just open it up in a regular Word, and you'll see everything timestamped that we covered and talked about in the chat room. That's an incentive to help you guys out. So, and then the video is there in YouTube format. I've been very diligent with that, so take advantage of that one as well. So if you forgot to see something, or I moved too fast, or I moved too slow, check the video out so you can get caught up. So I'm just correcting all of these X's here, which is what you should do as well. What is those saying? My dad was say cleanliness is next to godliness. I'm go ahead and zoom in some more. All right, all clean. Okay, and then just showing you where to go to do these edits. I'm going to maximize this some more so you can see on screen how I edited that. So let's make this 14. You can see everything better. I hope you can. All right. So those are the edits. It is 11:03. I don't want to belabor this. I want to leave you time to catch up and tell me that you got questions. Let me know. The other thing is with this calculation for part B, see, here's the rest of part A. It goes upstairs. Let's take this from here. I'm going to clip this, and then I'm going to put it in the chat again. You got to let me know if you missed a step or there's something you don't understand. Okay, so this is what she did. Did it happen right? Yes. Let's clean this up. Good. And this is a step where things cross out too, right? So let me see something. Which one is which? This one is the same as that one. Show is. Okay, undo. Don't want it. All right, so I'm gonna leave that there. That's correct. And then you don't forget, you're not done with this because you still got to plug in the values and get a final answer. Remember, it's the same cross cancellation as part B that Lisa provided us with. So you're just going back and doing the same thing for part A. And that looks like what? Well, if you understand what Lisa did here, right, where these equal signs says FL equals FC, in this situation, everything adds out, right? So I think she did that to some degree. Let me undo what I did, or redo what I did. Let's take a look. So yeah, I put the equation in this one. There it is. So it's FM plus FL. That's the equation for it. Let's put here again. I just want you to understand it's there so you can use it by plugging in your known and unknown values. She gave us that too. So in this case, it'll be plus what? 88 plus 88 plus 88. That'll be the final answer. All right. Anybody want to share out? I'm about to put this in the chat for you guys so you can see it again. You still got to finish part A. So let me start with from strategy A down, strategy period. This overall strategy, part A and B, and put it in the chat as much as I can. Now, if you don't want to present now, because I know it's almost, I'm in between you and lunch, you can present tomorrow morning at the start of class in that 10-minute period. We also have synchronous scheduling, so you might want to pay attention to that. Things are going to be changing this week. Take advantage of your synchronous scheduling. Ask me what it is and your other instructors or teachers, because that's the office hours time you guys have to catch up. You know, if you had questions, something that wasn't clear, that's why we're doing that schedule. All right, things will get a little better. But confirm what your asynchronous schedule is with your professor. I'm sorry, with your teacher, so you know if you're in the right place at the right time. Okay. Lisa, you said you'll go like present, or what do you mean?
Yeah, present.
Go ahead,
And
Lisa.
also, how do we 2A?
How do you do 2A?
Yeah.
Great question. So 2A is, you see, is asking for what? The force, right? So what force?
Yes.
So that equation is what? F equals M. We just talked about it, right? Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
If you know, no. She said, "Oh, we hit it like a ton of bricks." Okay, so you ready to present? Let me stop sharing so you can see. I mean, you can show me what you got, and then you can get out of here if you got something substantial. Again, everybody, this is due by 8 p.m. I cut out the simulation time because I wanted to go through this again so you can be successful in this Friday quiz before the final exams next week. Um, okay, you got everything, Lisa. Get it set up correctly. Yeah, you got that part. And you changed it. Yeah. All right. Well, I showed you how to do the second question for homework, and that's it, dude, lady. So you good. You're free to go. She said, I won't type that in before I forget. Just yes. So slightly use that. That was the overall equation, right? And before everybody goes, I want to make sure I cover one last thing. Today's objective. I think I talked about it, but I'm not sure if I did. We was gonna go into the simulation of that link. The link is in Edsby, but it's to this classroom, and this is the Bitmoji classroom you guys had to develop. All right, so Lisa, you're free to go. I'll talk about it again. But I know you got stuff you got to do. So everybody get in the habit of understanding what I did with this Bitmoji classroom, because you got to create your own next week.
Okay.
Okay. So who's next on presentations? 11:08. Anybody else want to present? Yeah, let me know because I'm just sharing my screen so you know what the objective was of today. We looked at multiple forces and we found a way to take the net force and we was able to calculate with respect to mass or acceleration. So if you have your objective in there, I'm going to start seeing if I can help you guys out. That'll be at least 15 more points. Okay, everybody. So if you have no more questions, you don't want to share your screen, you have opportunity tomorrow to share your screen. It's 11:09. I want you to have time to get ready for GGI, which is also in Edsby. You can go there. So you can head there now, everybody. Miss Childs, are you there? Aaliyah, Jacqueline. They just stepped away from the computers. Well, everybody, it's 11:09. I'm trying to check in with you guys. Are you there? Okay, I want to did something. Lisa. Aaliyah, Jacqueline, are you there? All right, well. All right, well, I'm about to end class. It's 11:10, you all. I will see you tomorrow or see you in the next period if I have you. Please turn in all assignments by 8 p.m. I said, my bad, I was doing something, but yeah, I'm here. Well, class is over, dear. Do you know how to get to your GGI link in Edsby? Yeah, okay, well, get over there now. It starts at 11:15. You guys get a little bit of credit for participating. Everyone else, you should be heading over there. Class is officially over. We got to get to next period. Aaliyah, Kylie Childs, are you there?
Yeah,
Okay, get to your next
but I'm
period. Oh,
getting the notes.
okay. You still getting the notes from the chat?
Uh-huh.
Okay, it's all right. You'll have the notes. Just check in your classroom again. So I gotta get to the next period, which is I gotta get to SAT prep to help students. So also, if you need help, I'm at SAT prep. If you're a senior and you're taking that test, is that Julie as a senior?
Yeah.
I should see you in SAT prep, right?
All right.
All
Where the
right.
link at?
Oh my goodness, I'm glad you asked. You're so full of the right questions, Leah. One second. Where's the link at? No problem. I'm about to hand it to you right now. So we can get you started on we use Khan Academy, Aaliyah. So you need to use that a lot to practice. And then I
Okay.
go through when you take tests and I can show you where you can improve at.
When do we take the SAT?
Did you talk to Funez about your desk, your test date and signing up? You see the
No.
link in there? That's SAT prep.
Nobody never told me that we was having the SAT prep. Until Lisa told me.
Yeah. Well, now you know. So that's the link. I'm gonna try to send it to you guys. I don't know who the seniors are, but I gotta check my list. So it's you, Lisa.
What time?
Synchira's always there. I thought you guys talked.
No.
No. Okay. All right. So that make sure you bookmark that SAT link. I'm going over there, and like I said, if you get in there and you logged in to Khan Academy, we can start getting you testing to see where you at and how to improve.
All
Okay.
right.
All right. So that's daily. See you over there if you're coming. Otherwise, get you something to eat.
All right.
Uh, next, Kylie, you have not responded. Oh, she's not talking. All right, somebody's in the room. Oh, Aaliyah, you gonna come? You came right over. Okay, just hang out. 'Cause I'm waiting on Sinkyra. Then we're gonna start you on Khan Academy. Do me a favor, get to Khan Academy. Just make sure you set up an account real quick, Aaliyah. Okay? You know what I'm talking about or no? Okay, she can't even hear me. I'm gonna put the link in here in a moment. Okay, Miss Childs, I have to get ready to close the room out. I'll follow up with you to see if everything's all right.